Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. The returner, Trey Tucker, going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First carry for the All-Pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Garoppolo to throw on second down. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
But sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On play action, Fields. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Touchdown, Bears! Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. CD, look at this clock and scoreboard. We're less than a minute into this game, and they've already made 2 trips to the end zone.
So that means that someone's confidence is absolutely soaring right now. There's almost no slowing them down. On the flip side, now you've got to get together. You've got to talk to each other. Make sure you stay tight, stay focused as a team. Yeah, it's a quick blitz, but you can get back in this game if you don't let it get away.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This defense for the Bears, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers his team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
You look at this Bears defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on the punt. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Pardney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. Oh, and that is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
2nd and 10. A man who led the league in yards per... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Ball keeps moving.
2nd down in the yard. Here's Fields. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
gets nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
A 39-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan. And he coughed it up, and this is picked up by the Bears. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes, and they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The strong running. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here first and 10 at their own 13. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Garoppolo on first down. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. You look at this Bears defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. On second down, Jacobs. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Garoppolo now. Steps away to his left. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Short pass to Howard. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
His throw incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Garoppolo again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Flushed out right. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Boy, took a real chance with that one. It's incomplete.
The coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From his own end zone, Fields. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Looking deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Back to throw. Throw caught by Mayer. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt. So they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple. Back to throw. Fields. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 60 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Fields. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Bears have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Santos with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is
there he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to at least get one score back. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Go, take it to the house.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
At the 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Go ahead, go ahead. Hey, alert!
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 160 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Jacobs powered, and he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Colt Kmet. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And this is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, the return is Scott. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And they will take over first and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Now a second and 10. Fields going to keep it running right. Gets through, and now an opening. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DJ Moore, 46 yards. And the Bears extend their lead yet again. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Santos with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Garoppolo's throw here into the hands of Jones. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Garoppolo looks to throw. To the left side, there's Mayer. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown Raiders. Devontae Adams. With career touchdown number 96, he joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Raiders are able to claw one back. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Fields now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throw out left, caught by Mayer. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And Garoppolo's going to change the play. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
21. Here we go.
Garoppolo. It gets it right back to Mayer. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit. Once again, it's Jacobs.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 183 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. T.J. Edwards buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Got a man, it's Mayer. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short. And it's 4th down.
That's a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
They go with Jacobs, and he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Jacobs. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And it's caught. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Left side, got Jones. Touchdown! Velus Jones, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Garoppolo going to stay on the field with the Raider offense. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the third time. And they will score a pick six from Bears touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 190 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Play action. Garoppolo. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Now Garoppolo. He finds Mayer here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. O.J. Howard, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 45-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game,
and now off to the races, down the right side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
So after a run like that, I would guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.